Good morning, guys. Hope you're well. We're out on we're out very early this morning because we're out on a bit of an endurance test today. The endurance test is not so much about, well, it is about the cycling, it's always about the cycling, but it's more about how far we can go while riding fasted. That's right, no food, no water, just keep riding until I start crying and bonking. It's going to be horrible. So you're currently joining me just in 6 miles, just into the start of the ride. So I do have a bit of food on me, I do have a bit of water. However, I will not be touching that until I essentially bonk and cannot ride any further without feeling like I'm going to die, basically. So let's get into it. I'm going to regret this, I know I am. Let's do it.
Will you take part in my life, my love? That is my dream. Life is but a dream. It's what you make it. Always right.
So I guess we should talk about why. Why are we doing this today? So I do feel it's important to test your body to limit sometimes, and also so you don't have to. So I do sometimes, and quite often actually, especially on early rides, I struggle to eat in the morning. So I do ride when I haven't actually eaten anything. Normally I will drink something, maybe a bit of milk or something, just to sort of settle the stomach. But today I haven't even drunk anything, and I think it will show how important it is, especially to hydrate, how important food is, which we all know, but also what really is sort of that limit as a deer. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, what is the sort of limit? What could you expect if you wanted to go out fasted and see how far you could go, and why you shouldn't do it? And you'll see, I'm sure, in not too long, how me crying will make you never want to do it. So I do have a bit of food with me and some water. However, I'm not touching them until essentially I bonk. I've gone past the 1 hour mark, just coming up to 25 miles, and to be honest, the first sort of half an hour was kind of like, all I could think about was wanting to eat something. Now I just feel really, really thirsty. Typically when I ride fasted, I've normally had a good pint of water or like a pint of milk or something. So today I had absolutely nothing, and it automatically feels harder, which is obvious. However, 25 miles, I'm thirsty. And just for the record, I'm not going to do like anything stupid here. I'm not going to like push myself so much that I end up in hospital or anything. Obviously the NHS doesn't need that shit. So obviously it's just until I bonk, effectively, when you've got no power and just riding on empty. So that's the 25-mile check-in. Still not eating anything, still not had anything to drink. Let's crack on. So, just gone over 2 hours now, 2 hours 10, just over 40 miles. To be honest, the food sort of situation, like wanting to eat, probably isn't as much as I thought it would be. Like, I'm hungry, but I really more want to drink, which I think shows you can ride quite a bit without too much food. But when the dehydration sets in, that's when it gets tough. I like constantly keep looking at my bottle going, oh, I just want to have a drink. As soon as I do that, I know it's game over. So, yeah, 41 miles in, 2 hours 10. One thing that's obvious is you just don't have that spring, that instant acceleration, because you just haven't got any energy reserves just to dig into. So you're just kind of fighting the whole way to put any power down, and that's only 42 miles in, so this is going to get tough. I can feel it already. Let's carry on. So when I set out this morning and how I felt at 20 miles, I'd never believe at this point I'd be at 73 miles and I haven't had a drop of water, I haven't had any food, and what's surprising is how my body's kind of adapted to that. Although I'm still hungry and I'm still thirsty, and I know I am, and I can feel it, my body just sort of seems to be getting on with it and just keeps going. The human body, it really is amazing what this human body can endure and adapt to. It's so bloody efficient. So guys, coming to the end of this ride now because, well, I'm just done. When I set out, to be honest, didn't know I'd get actually this far in without being able to do, I can't even speak now. Did not think I would be able to ride this far with absolutely no water, no food, no breakfast, nothing beforehand. So my total distance is 106 miles, averaging 19.2 mile an hour according to my Garmin. It probably changed when I uploaded to Strava, but it's crazy. A couple things to be said, a few things to be said is that if you look after the body, it is incredibly efficient. It's actually, I could definitely probably do another maybe even 30 miles. I just don't want to. So guys, I'm going to end this video here. Hope you've enjoyed. Hit that like button. It was quite hard to get motivated to do this video. I wanted to do it for a while, but getting out of bed to go and literally make yourself bonk is not necessarily the most enjoyable way to spend a bike ride. But until next time, keep smiling.